you already missing Bluey and can't wait for new episodes?
Doot.
Well, neither can we. With that in mind, we've gathered all possible information about Bluey's future, which at the moment is both exciting and uncertain. Shall we dive in?
Hooray!
At the start of the year, we were still in the process of releasing the third season. Talks about new seasons were ongoing, heating up as the current season of any show nears its end. By this point, we had already seen some things that left questions hanging, like the scene of teenage Bluey in the episode Camping, or Bingo's promising academic future with her best friend, Lila, in the episode Delivery Dad. While all this was happening, Ludo Studios decided to quench fans' thirst and release this image, which went viral among fans on Reddit. Here, we can see that the plan at the time was to continue releasing the third season while rolling out more mini-episodes and planning seasons 4 and 5. Down at the bottom, the timeline shows years spanning from 2024 to 2026, and everything seemed perfect, right? This confirmed that the upcoming seasons were either in production or at least in the pipeline. However, there's something that, as fans, we don't like to see, and it's what's written up there on the right. Ambitions and dates are suggestions and may change. And I hate to say it, folks, but something did change. So, gear up, grab your cricket bats, and let's evaluate all the possibilities for Bluey's future here on Zigzag. The fourth season is relatively easy to theorize about because we still have fresh questions lingering from the third season. How did Aunt Brandy manage to get pregnant? Who is her husband? What's going to happen with Rad and Frisky now that they're married? Will they play a bigger role in the series? Now that Grandpa Bob is back from India, what will episodes featuring him and Nana together be like? What's going to happen to Stripe and Trixie's marriage, given that they're always arguing? And most importantly, what will be the consequences of Bandit turning down the promotion so he wouldn't have to move his family? And will we get to see more of adult Bluey and how her journey led her to that moment at the end of the third season? Considering we're talking about 50 episodes, even though they're short, we've learned from this season that Ludo isn't afraid to make longer episodes. Who knows? This might become the standard from now on, with at least one half-hour special per season to tie up all the main and secondary storylines developed throughout the series. And that's not even counting all the new mini-episodes that are likely to come, giving us small doses of deeper insight into Bluey's world and lore, which continues to grow richer. But all this is highly uncertain due to what Joe Brum, Bluey's creator, recently said in a letter to fans that I'll share with you at the end of the video. So stick around. Hey, if you're curious about what's next for Bluey, type #future in the comments so we know what you're thinking. Now we're treading into very uncertain territory because I have a feeling even Ludo Studios doesn't know what will happen in the 5th season. So this is purely our speculation. At the moment, Bluey has 155 episodes, not counting the mini-episodes. Each season averages about 50 episodes, so if we reach season 5, there would be around 250 episodes in total. And considering it takes about 5 months to produce each set of 4 episodes, I think you can see where I'm going with this. It's a lot of work, and it takes a long time, so it will be quite a while before we get to the 5th season. That's why I believe that if, and pay attention to that if, we reach season 5, it will probably be the last one, where we'd see the series wrap up. Bluey isn't a series like Peppa Pig, for example, which has highly recyclable content and the potential for dozens of similar episodes across more than 20 seasons. Since Peppa's debut back in 2004, she's still just 4 years old. Bluey, on the other hand, has shown us not only a teenage version of herself, but also an adult version with a child. And at the same time, several episodes have demonstrated that the lessons she learns from one episode to the next stay with her. In other words, our little Bluey is growing up before our eyes, just like her target audience. And precisely because of this, combined with how difficult expensive, and labor-intensive it is to produce, I think that if we do reach Season 5, it should be the last. This should be the season where Bluey's growth is complete, you know? We could see relevant moments from her teenage years, like who she marries and the career she chooses. We could watch Bingo and Lila's friendship go through ups and downs and see how they stay close through all of life's milestones until we reach the graduation photo from the episode where Lila first appeared. And all of this would culminate in an ending that shows us that Bluey has grown up. And since she's no longer little, continuing the series wouldn't make sense anymore. You know what does make sense? Subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell so you never miss a video from us. Remember how I told you to focus on the if regarding the 4th and 5th seasons? Well, recently, there was an announcement about a Bluey movie entering production after months and months of silence about the next seasons. In a dedicated post on Bluey's official website, Joe Brum, Bluey's creator, had this to say: "I'm writing this to share some news about Bluey. Some good, some difficult. Let's start with the good. After some time away from the series, working on another project, an old idea resurfaced. And before I knew it, I had written a screenplay for a Bluey movie that I really love. Fast forward through a ton of contracts, and we're about to begin production on a Bluey animated movie. Now for the difficult part. I've always said I wouldn't continue making the series if I felt I couldn't make a new season as good as the last one. That would be the case for me with a potential 4th season. So I've decided to take a break from my involvement in the TV series. If I can't find my way back to making more seasons, the sign will be my TV farewell to Bluey. And I wrote that episode with this intention. Bluey has completely changed my life. Being part of this has been an immensely fulfilling experience, more than I can put into words. Leaving while the series is at such a high point might seem crazy to some, but for now, I find it hard to genuinely return to the world of 4 to 6-year-olds and write authentically. My Bluey team and all the creative people in my life completely understand my decision. Working with this wonderful group of people has been the highlight of my animation career, and I hope having Bluey on their resumes is a source of pride. To be clear, this is not an announcement about the series ending, but rather an acknowledgement that my focus will be on the movie. Thank you for bringing this show into your homes. This entire experience has been indescribable. What does all this mean? In summary, it means he's having creative difficulties writing the next seasons, and that before the movie idea became an actual screenplay, he was treating the episode The Sign as his farewell to the series. The show would continue, but without him. Which, in my opinion, wouldn't be good at all. No series has stayed great after its creator left, so I'd rather they end it than ruin it. However, our hope that Joe reconnects with his ideas for Bluey lies in the movie. Let's see how this process goes for him. Who knows? Maybe he'll come up with new ideas during production or rediscover his passion for this universe after seeing fans' reactions. On the other hand, a movie would be the perfect opportunity to unite two worlds. On one side, we fans would finally not only get a Bluey movie, something we've always wanted to see, but also the continuation we desire to answer all the questions I mentioned at the start of the video. And on the other side, Joe would have the chance to give the series a proper send-off. A 90-minute movie has enough screen time to tackle everything in one grand adventure, leaving just enough unanswered to ensure Bluey's story lives on in fans' minds forever as one of the greatest cartoons in history. I don't know about you, but I think this movie will be hugely significant when it comes out in 2026, and who knows, it might even win an Oscar for animation. Let us know in the comments what your expectations are for Bluey's future.